Getting it poppin' to one gun salute. Shout at them boys, football or hoop. Know we the truth, Miami to you. Orange and green, I'm a rep for the team, but you know what I bleed. FCMG.
Got my game face and my cane shaped like I'm Bo Nose and D Nasty. It's game time and I'm Duke Johnson. I run the ball, you don't do nothing. Sound like a drum line when I touch down. Alumni all in the crowd, we two up, juiced up. And everybody throwing them U's up.
There you up, look at what we do up. There you up, there you up, look at what we do up. There you up.
What is going on, everybody? Big day, big commitment. Vic, what's going on?
I got my game face.
Well, it was a very big day. We landed somebody from my neck of the woods.
Yes, big time.
Jared Harrison Hunte, defensive tackle from Queens, New York. And we got another one, Jason Blissett from Brooklyn. So there's a road, they call it the BQE, the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway. So we just got ourselves the Brooklyn-Queens Express on one side of the defensive line and the other for the next 3 to 4 years. These guys are good, big, quick, athletic, strong, and are going to make a big, big impact with our team in the future. And the amazing thing about it is Hunt has only played football for 2 years. He's a former basketball player, Bo.
Hey, Vic, I mean, I watch his basketball highlights. For a guy his size, he's going up, dunking the ball, blocking shots. This guy's pretty athletic for a big guy.
He reminds me of Charles Barkley, the round mound of rebounds.
Well, for a big dude,
he's got that size.
He's pretty athletic. I'm like, wow. But man, we gotta tell you the story though, because me and Vic last night thinking this is a slam dunk. Vic gets someone is fucking with Vic, sends him a message that he committed to Alabama because it was taking long. The commitment took longer. Vic calls me. We're worried. We're scrapping. We're out here trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and finally, Vic got the word that they're doing it at halftime of the game. Vic, were you worried or what?
Yes. I was a little bit at ease. I got to be honest with you. I mean, we worked this kid hard, and I'm going back and forth on we stand with the U. Somebody's saying that Alabama didn't need defensive linemen, and I'm saying to myself, this kid didn't even go down on an official visit. And how is it possible for him to just, commit to Alabama? And next thing you know, I reached out to, a contact, and I'm like, what's going on with this? They're like, well, we're in the middle of the basketball game, and they're gonna let him know at halftime. So what they did is they had a little ceremony, with people in the stands, and they made the announcement, and he zipped off his jacket, and he had his Miami shirt on, and he did the U, and everybody was happy for him. And his his friends from the basketball team came over, patted him on the back. Actually, they videoed it, and somebody posted it up on Twitter. So it was a good day, good night for us, and hopefully, we'll get a little momentum into the weekend, and see what happens. And I know we got Bogle there this weekend, and you know how we both feel about that. That's like a roller coaster emotionally for everybody.
So General Hospital here. But Vic, I mean, let's talk about this. Is Miami starting to build a pipeline to New York? Is this the start of the pipeline?
I think so. Christ the King is an elite program. It's a Catholic school. So it's basically, you have to take a test and qualify academically. And the classrooms are very small, and you're required to play a sport. They have a phenomenal basketball team. Back in the day, they're very, very famous, for basketball and women's basketball. Probably one of the best women players of all time. Sue Bird was an alum from that school. I don't know if you've ever seen her play, but she's fantastic.
She played for UConn.
She went to Christ the King High School. So you got that school.
Well, let's
You
talk
got
about.
you got a Brooklyn powerhouse that Manny Diaz visited last week. Erasmus Hall, they're the reigning champions, and there's a couple of schools out in Staten Island that are pretty good. Curtis, Tottenville. So yeah, I think maybe we're starting to make a little inroads in, the New York City tri-state area, because there's some good players that we could get.
How about the man we've been on Twitter talking about, Tyreek? I mean, is this one you think we can get? Do you think we can land him? You think we have a good shot?
From what I hear, I mean, look, you played football, I played football and baseball, and when I was a kid, we had a travel team, and we always used to say, hey, you know what? Maybe one day we could all play at the next level, and whether it's high school or college or the majors, But listen, these kids have played together. Tyreek Murphy Jr., he's a running back. He's got legs like Saquon Barkley. Take a look at his quads; they're unbelievable. I think he runs around a 4.445. Look at his film. He was on the same team as Adam El-Gamal. He's the offensive tackle that we recruited, and Jarrett Harrison Hunt, and I believe Jason Plissett, who then transferred. I don't know his whole story, if he went to Poly Prep as a freshman, but they all know each other. So, you got to really tip your hat off to Plissett, because he pointed these kids out to the coaching staff, and they took his word and looked at his film, met with the kids, and we offered them, and they signed on the dotted line. So I'm happy.
How about that freshman you told me about, and I just tweeted out his film a little bit ago, Sam Martin Jr. Go on our Twitter, check out that highlight film. This kid is only a freshman, and he looks legit.
He actually, it's funny. My son knows him, and he's like, Dad, he goes, you got to look at this kid, Sam Martin Jr. He's unbelievable. He goes to Curtis High School, which is a powerhouse out in Staten Island. I looked at his film. I think he ran for over 1,100 yards. I don't know how many touchdowns he had, but in the video, in the film, you see him jumping over somebody.
Yes.
I mean, he's got speed. He's around 4.5, 4.6. I mean, he's a true freshman. So he's got a long way to go, and I think people are going to start looking at him, because he's only going to get bigger, stronger, faster. And as a matter of fact, we tried reaching out to him, just to give him a little exposure to the 305 area and, our fan base, because I think this kid is going to be a good player, and he's going to be up there in the next couple of years, and a lot of coaches are going to offer him.
Hold on. Let me see who this is. Hey, what's going on, Anthony?
Hey, what's up, man? Is Vic on the phone with you?
Yeah, Vic is right here with me.
Yeah. Hey, Vic, is Christ the King near is that near Yankee Stadium?
No, that's Christ the King is in the borough of Queens. It's in Middle Village, which is right near Woodhaven, Forest Hills, Howard Beach.
City Field, basically.
Yeah,
right?
It's closer to City Field. Yeah, that's Met territory. Yeah, take a look at these two kids' videos. Tyreek Murphy Jr. And Sam Martin Jr. I mean, one kid is from Queens. The other is, he's going to be a senior next year. He's already rated 4-star. He's got a lot of SEC offers. And this kid, Sam Martin Jr., is only a true freshman. He's going to be like a needle in a haystack. I think this kid
Are we recruiting anybody from John Bosco in New York?
No, I don't know if we have any relationships with them. That's another school. They're in New Jersey. I believe they're in the process right now of getting a new head coach, because the head coach, I was reading something, went to college.
Oh, no, the reason why I asked that, I thought that was in New York. I thought John Bosco Prep was in New York.
No. They're up in northern New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay.
Northern New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a powerhouse.
Yeah, the reason why I asked that is because I can't remember. We recruit a lot of
AQM.
It's funny. The basketball team recruits a lot of kids from New York. I can't remember who we have that's from up in that area that plays like at. It's not Christ the King. I forgot what the school was. I think Chris Flex is from New York, right? Originally from New York. I can't remember who we brought from New York last year.
I don't know.
No, I really don't know, Anthony. Did you get down to the Keys?
Yeah. We're down in the Keys right now.
How long did it take you to drive down there?
I said 6 hours.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's not that bad.
No, you see, we have to deal with the traffic coming up from Miami. Dude, the traffic in Miami is horrible. Kind of driving down from Tampa and Sarasota. I've been driving from the West Coast.
Oh, well, Anthony, what do you think about the Hunt commitment?
I predicted that. I knew he was gonna. I knew he was gonna come into Miami.
Yep, I know.
I trusted him more than Bogle, to be honest.
Yeah, and it was nice what he said. I mean, I'm going to go and look it up and read it so our audience could get an idea of what type of kid this is. And, he's definitely somebody that you want, on your team.
Well,
just give me 1 second.
I'm not sure if this is true or not. Are we favored? Are us and LSU the favorite for Christian Williams, or do you think he's going to come into LSU?
Man, I think it's LSU.
Yeah, I think it's LSU too.
It's honestly Bogle. I think Bogle's going to come into Clemson with all those people all those defensive linemen they're losing. I think he's going to come into LSU. I mean, Clemson. To be honest, it's
okay. Here is what Jared Harrison Hunt said. I'm going to read it verbatim. I heard it. Miami used to be a powerhouse. We're building it to another powerhouse in the future, and I'm trying to be part of that. It's way better than joining something and trying to rebuild it than going somewhere already built for greatness. Very powerful work. I mean, I love how this kid thinks. Think big, baby. I'll take 100 kids with that mindset. Now, if we could just get the kids from South Florida to think like this.
Hey, Vic, you know that they let me lock this fucking thing again.
Conference locked.
Hey, Vic, everyone I've interviewed that committed to Miami all say the same shit.
I'm not sure if you agree with this. Rome is not built in a day, honestly. I don't know why fans expect us to build a team. Like hardcore UN fans, sometimes I'm a UN fan. I'm not to the point where
How long did it take Nick Saban to build Alabama?
5 or 6 years, right?
3 years.
Maybe.
3 years.
Did you get a lot of transfers?
3 years.
Was Saban one of those people that got a lot of transfers? Like,
God, Vic, your phone be killing me, Vic. 3 years.
Go ahead.
But did Saban do transfers like Manny was doing? Like, did he bring in transfers as well, or was he just built it through recruiting?
I don't think they had the transfer portal like they did like they do now. Bo, do you know?
No, it wasn't like that back then. This is a new thing. It just started, last year or whatever? This is new.
Yeah, and if Miami has success with it, everybody's going to copycat what Diaz did. Because that's how football is. Well, nobody knows how to think for themselves.
Well, if it works the way it's supposed to, we won't have to use it like that anymore. I mean, the circumstances is why we really needed it. Because, our recruiting class sucked. And it was just like, it was like a puzzle. It just fitted at the right time.
Bo, have you had any updates on Tate? With the whole allowing his waiver to go through to play?
No one knows. No one knows. I'm seeing.
Honestly, I think he's a good fit.
Yep. But Anthony, man, thanks for calling, man. Call back.
Okay. Bye.
Vic, we got a lot of questions here about Hill. Like we said yesterday, we're hearing about Hill. It's down to Missouri and Miami, and Missouri got hit with the ban. The no bowl game ban next year. So I would be leaning it to Miami's way if he's going by that.
Absolutely. I mean, plus they're in what? Are they in the SEC East or the West?
They're in the East. They're in the East. But
okay.
If they won the East some miraculously way, they still couldn't play in the SEC championship game.
Gotcha.
So where would he want to come? And then plus, wouldn't he want to play Virginia Tech? Wouldn't he want to play his old fucking team that threw him off the team?
Absolutely.
If he picks Missouri, I'll be shocked. I'll be honest with you. I will be.
Yeah, me too.
Shocked. Him and Phillips. Yeah. Him and Phillips. I'll be shocked if one of them picks somebody else. Oh, Jet 305. Yeah. Just Jet 305, man. He's off the chain in the comment section. He said Nick Saban.
What's he saying?
He says this guy he lights it up down here. Let me see what he said about what are you talking? There's a bunch of shit. I just got to find the right ones. You keep going after them. Oh, he's talking about Bogle. He said you keep going after them till the end, especially if they're elite. I don't agree with that. I don't know. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my time. Vic, are you wasting your time? Just keep going after him. Keep going after him.
I don't know. I mean, the kid is a baller.
We're not talking about a Clowney here. It's not like he's a Clowney coming to South Carolina, #1 player in the whole country.
Yeah. No, I see your point. Your point is well taken.
I mean, is he going to come in here in year one, come in here and be dominant year one?
Probably not.
He's going to be in the rotation. You know, I don't know.
I mean, he's going to obviously, play behind Greg Rousseau on one end and Jonathan Garvin on the other. I mean, and Scott Patchen. I mean, he'll definitely get some playing time.
Jet 305 says you need elite depth. I agree you need elite depth, but damn, I'm not going to beg him. It's like going after a woman, man. How long am I going to go after this woman until I finally say, fuck that, I can go find some pussy somewhere else? Shit, she might not look as good, but she might have some better pussy. You just got to fuck God. I can't be chasing. And here she is flirting and calling some other dudes. Can't do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, here I am chasing her. And she's calling Vic and she's calling Damien. And here I'm chasing. It just doesn't make any sense to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Then she finds out these two are liars, piece of shit. Now I want to come back to you. No, I'm too late now.
It's funny. On Inside the U, they put on a whole bunch of tweets after Hunt committed.
Yes.
And Tyreek Murphy tweeted out, "Mama, you feeling that 305 love? ? So this kid wants to come. He definitely wants to be playing with his buddies.
But
that's a dream for a kid.
Haven't you heard that Miami really hasn't been reaching out to him lately? Isn't that what you heard?
Yeah. I mean, look, I heard it. But look, they're finishing out 2019. They already gave the kid an offer. Okay, you just got to be. You got to be a little patient. It's they want to close off, very, very strong as possible. They still got a couple of T's to cross and I's to dot, and I'm sure they'll be in touch with them. And, I hear that Ohio State has been calling them all the time. and I know he's got offers from LSU and Tennessee. They just wrote an article about him, on Twitter, the University of Tennessee. I mean, I can't see a New York City kid wanting to go down to Baton Rouge or Honky Tonkville in Tennessee. I just can't see it. I mean, culturally, they'll be in for culture shock. I mean, they're used to like a real fast-paced environment, and what better, replica of New York would be like a team like in LA, like a UCLA or USC, big city. But I can't see him going that far. I mean, Miami's only 2.5 hours by plane, and from what I hear, his parents are pretty well-to-do, and they could fly down every game and watch him play. So who knows what the game plan is? But
863 U family says, would Boykin be interested if we feel like we can't flip Bogle? Man, I don't see Boykin coming back, man. And I don't blame him. What do you think, Vic?
I'd love to have him. I mean, listen, Miami's a big difference than Louisville. So, you know what? Put your ego aside. Do you really, really want to be here? And that's a fact, Jack. Oh, by the way, we got 2 players from the U, Ed Reed and Edgerrin James. They should find out tomorrow whether they're going to get inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame.
Ed Reed is definitely in. He's 100% locked.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Edge too should be in as well.
We'll see. He's going to be the one that might not make it.
And it's interesting. I'm looking at Hall of Famers by college. You got Notre Dame with 13, USC with 12, Ohio State with 10, Bama with 8. I mean, these are the old Bama players. Michigan with 8, Pitt with 8, Syracuse with 8, Miami 7, Indiana 6, UCLA 6. So if we get these 2 guys in,
last couple of years we've got at least one. We have Warren Sapp got in a couple of years ago. Last year, who got in last year from Miami?
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis got in last year. This year, Ed
Did you
Reed
see
is
his
guaranteed lock.
Did you see his speech? I mean, did you watch his speech, his Hall of Fame speech? Oh my God, I had tears coming out of my eyes when Ray Lewis.
You're soft, man. Come on, Vic.
Yeah, guy
You're
came with
soft,
$20 worth of food stamps and 2 T-shirts, and he was the last guy that Miami offered the scholarship to back in the day.
You know, he was a state champion wrestler in the state of Florida. He was a state champion.
I had no clue.
Yep. So is your boy Saquon Barkley in New York, and New York is a big wrestling state. He was a wrestler.
It's also a very big lacrosse state too. New York and New Jersey.
You know, down here they just started that stuff. I want to say within the last maybe 5 to 10 years, they just started doing that in high school as a varsity sport. They just started that.
Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. The Canes are in the 718 area code. They got 3 kids. You got Hunte today.
Mm-hmm.
You got El Gamal, and you got Blissett. And I got to tell you, man, this kid Blissett, he's good. I mean, he recruited two kids, and we closed them.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you if we get Murphy down here, we'll get him too. I mean, if I tell you, this kid, he's definitely got after his NFL career, he's definitely got a position in coaching and recruiting, man. He's good. I mean, I was talking to him about Sam Martin, and he goes, I already heard about him. He goes, that boy is a beast.
Mm.
So, maybe we'll get Blissett on the show again. It would be nice if we could get the 3 of them. El Gamal, Blissett, and Hunt all together at once, and just pick their brains and let them, rag on each other and have a little fun and make it a night.
Here's Jet 305. What do you say? Watch, y'all are gonna trash Bogle all you want, but if he comes, y'all are gonna love him. Shake my head, dude. No one's trashing him. Everyone is just sick of the drama. They're tired of it. He's either gonna come or he's not, and no one's really gonna care. That's how we feel. No one's trashing him, saying he sucks. No one said any of that. We just said we're tired of the drama, and we would move on if it was our choice. If he comes, I'll be happy.
Yeah,
I'll be happy if he comes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be ecstatic. I mean, that'll only just give us more depth and give us a better recruiting class according to the numbers. But you know what? I'm looking at the whole picture, and with the portal, I mean, if we get the rest of the kids, the kid from UCLA, and we get Hill, I mean, I got to be pretty pleased with this recruiting class. I mean, because these kids could play right away.
I mean, I'm not that pleased with the freshman class coming in.
No, I'm a little disappointed in it, to be honest with you.
Especially especially the way it's looking like it's trying to. Oh shoot! Someone's trying to call in. Hold on, whoever's calling in, call back. I'm gonna unlock it.
Conference unlocked.
Whoever called in, call back. I saw it was 904 number, so it wasn't the prank. Sorry, I got to block it because these kids will call in. They're probably listening right now, and they just heard me say unblock, and they're probably going to blow the line up.
Get a life.
God.
Okay. Go out with a girl. Go to the movies. Go Snapchat. Don't bother us.
Go do something. You know they're Florida State fans, too. That's probably why they do it. Yeah, it's open, D. You can call in now. I had to close it because we got to get these dang prank callers. There he is. D, what's up?
How you doing, fellas? I'm doing pretty good, man. I know
what's going on,
just saying, I'm here in Jacksonville. It's better than New York weather.
Yeah, it is.
I'm here in Jacksonville. It's better than New York weather.
Hey, we got a heat wave right now. It's 20 degrees.
Okay, that's one of the main reasons all them New York boys coming to Miami.
Yep. So what do you got for
us,
D?
Escape that cold weather.
What's on your mind tonight?
No, I was thinking to myself, all the moves. I love all the moves Manny making because you got to think about it. He came in late to take over as the head coach, and Mark Richt didn't do us no favor when it came to recruiting. So anybody he pulling in, he basically doing it at the last minute. A lot of people had time to recruit these kids.
But D,
and he left and came back.
But D, how about the defensive side? He was the one in charge of that. I mean, that was, and we're striking out with defense. OC Brothers.
When he left, a lot of them felt like, okay, he promised us he was gonna be there, and he gone.
Got you.
Now he come back. He wants to come back. So a lot of the kids was like, okay, we going on to our next favor because of that. But the other kid, the defensive end recruiting, I agree with you. Ain't nobody talking crap about them. We'll love to have them. But all this back and forth, if you're going to pick Clemson, go ahead and pick them. If you're going to pick Miami, go ahead and pick us. But it's just getting to the point where it's just too much drama.
It's too much, man. This is just ridiculous, man. If I was a coach, I'd be like, I'm tired of this. You're either in or out. I'm done.
They should have cooked the kid that we've been.
Is this kid going to cause drama in the locker room too? If he doesn't get his playing time,
I don't think right now we got too many leaders right now. If anything, he'll try to transfer out the next year. I don't think he's gonna try to cause drama. Right now, it's too many people. Like, and you know how they Diaz made them break up into teams, and you're a leader of your team. So if he's causing problems within his team, you know what I mean? He gonna have problems with that team because it's like the captains of the team is responsible for them. So the captain might want to punch him in his mouth.
But here's the thing,
when
Vic.
Diaz,
he was committed. I mean, committed to Alabama. They got like 30 fucking defensive ends. I mean, so I don't know if playing time is a big issue.
I think he was going with the wave. at that moment, I honestly think he was going with the wave. And right now, I honestly think he should show a little loyalty to Diaz, who was the first person who offered you a scholarship. He was the first person who looked at you, kid. He the first person who said, you worth being on our college campus. And not only is he doing that, he keeps trying to come after you and say, come on home to Miami. But I understand a lot of people say he getting pressured by his mama or whatever to say, okay, go to this school or go to that school. But, I mean, in July, I'll be having my first son. I'm bringing him to go to Miami.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. I told my wife no matter what, I mean, he all University of Miami. If I got anything to do with it, he all University of Miami.
I don't know. You could change it. In 18 years, you could change your mind. Because what if your son is a quarterback, right? Say he's a quarterback, and Miami got a freshman starter. You're going to say, let's go there. We might be able to play?
My son better have enough confidence to say I can beat him out.
He got Trevor Lawrence.
First of all, I'm going to be real with you. I teach my kids right now. My daughter just won her middle school basketball championship. The lead in score, the lead in rebound at her school, her little private school up here in Jacksonville. And like, ask her, we don't believe in second place loser. Why we going to celebrate second place? That's first place loser. Nobody got time for that. I don't believe in participation trophies either. So if you're going to pick a school because you love it, pick it because you love it, and you're going to beat out whoever there.
Oh, hold on.
That's
here's
period.
There's the prank guys again. Let me lock this room again.
I swear them kids a bunch of I swear them kids are really idiots. I really want my son to beat them up.
Oh, I told you, we got a hold of their mom. We got a hold of the mom, but she's not stopping it. She's not doing her job, I guess.
If that was my kid, I'd crack the whip. I believe in whooping.
Amen to that.
I strongly believe in whooping.
Amen to that.
I want the kid to be here. I want him to come to Miami. I want him to play for us. But come on, man, it become a point of time when we say, okay, you either gonna roll with Miami or you with us or against us.
You know, D,
if you want to go to Clemson.
That's why I like what Dabo Swinney at Clemson does. And once you commit, if you decommit from us, or you even take another visit, bro, dude, we're taking your offer away, and you're off. We're done. We're finding the next guy. I mean,
honestly should.
Go ahead.
I watch every one of y'all shows, but we honestly should have did what y'all said on the last show. The kid who loved Miami and wanted to beat him, we should have took him and left him alone, because we wouldn't have had all this drama. Just move on.
Nope.
Because we want the kid. The kid know Miami want him. But we don't, like, if you want to beat us. Don't play the games. Like, every kid know, okay, let me cross them off the list. I really don't want to go to Miami. If you really don't want to go there, why even waste the time? Because you can't tell me him visiting the campus going to change anything in his mind, because he done been there.
100 times, probably.
He already done met Manny. He done been there without official visitors because he stayed too close. Mm-hmm. He been there a lot. You can go on Miami campus anytime you want to. So he done been there a couple of times. And I understand, like, honestly.
Don't you think it's
like,
messed up?
I guess,
don't you think it's messed up, though, that Miami have Boykin come in for official, bring his mom? You know, don't you think that's pretty fucked up?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, because it is. But at the same time, that's the game they play, because, you know, kids come in, they say, I'm going to go there, and then they do the same thing to the university.
Well, that's why I try to tell the fans. That's why I try to tell
let me ask you a question. Go ahead, Bo, talk.
I said,
go ahead, I'm here.
D, that's why I try to tell the fans, when they get all emotional when kid decommits. The schools do the same shit. You just don't hear about it a lot, but the schools do the same thing.
Yeah, I try to, like the offensive lineman who left.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
So, Vic, call me Vic, please.
What are you doing? Go ahead, Vic.
So, what do you think of this overall class of 2019 if you combine the transfer portal? Like, where would you rank it? Like, with the high school kids alone, we're at about 33, 34. So if you add these 6 or 7 kids that are coming, I mean, overall, I know that 24/7 they don't do that, but I mean, you got to be pretty pleased though what Manny's done in the last month.
Oh, I am. I'm definitely pleased with Manny done. Only thing I'm against is like a keep begging Bogle, but maybe he knows something we don't know. But I'm not against nothing Manny done. I'm not even against him bringing in all the quarterbacks. Best man win a job. I mean, I think N'Kosi Perry gonna win, but I honestly feel like the best man win a job. I know a lot of people against N'Kosi because you know the internet thing, but I honestly say you haven't heard nothing from N'Kosi.
No, he's been quiet.
I don't know what they told him.
He's been quiet.
I don't know what they told him. I don't know if he in the playbook. I know they said when Manny first got the job, Manny called him.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Manny laid down his rules. Just like it's a complete change of the whole program. If you notice, everybody, like you see everybody tweaking. You see the running backs, you see the receivers, you see the linebackers. You see Jaron Williams tweet and all out there on the internet talking about, oh, I'm not scared of competition. You heard nothing from N'Kosi. Nothing.
Well, hey, D, doesn't it tell you
he's
something?
Been like radio silence.
D, doesn't it tell you something? Because, you got all these people that think Williams is the savior.
I'll be right back, Bo, okay?
But
I got to do something for my daughter.
Yeah. But could never beat out Perry, right? But then as soon as he gets the job, he's calling Cozy up. And, one of the first people he calls is Cozy. Isn't that telling you that maybe Cozy is the better guy? I mean, he's not making that first call if he's not thinking he's going to be a starter.
I think he know when Cozy going to be the guy. And I honestly think he know that. But I think he also want to make N'Kosi earn the job. Show him that if you're going to make it to the NFL, you're going to be responsible. You cannot do this as a quarterback. And honestly, as a 19-year-old kid, he just had to learn. He was a 19-year-old kid from neighborhoods like I grew up in. And sometimes we have to learn from our mistakes. And he learned from his mistakes because honestly, and what I don't like is a lot of UL fans, oh, N'Kosi suck. And they like all on this N'Kosi suck. But the thing about it is, I never heard none of them say that after the Florida State game.
You didn't hear it after the Pitt
Everybody
game.
felt like.
How about the Pitt game when they went spread and let him throw it around like he's supposed to? I mean, I'm telling you, man. You
heard none of that.
I seen Perry play high school for 3 years, and I watch him throw the football. And when I see him throw it, he throws it like Aaron Rodgers. He's got the flick of the wrist. He just flicks that wrist, and he can put the ball anywhere.
I just rewatched today. Me and one of my friends at my work. He a Gator fan. He was arguing, and I showed him the N'Kosi tape and his highlights for this year. He was like, "Oh, why y'all didn't start that kid all year?" I said, "Man, Mark Ritt wouldn't give him a chance to learn from his mistakes. We should have spent this whole year developing him, but we didn't. If we finally have a coach that can develop this kid from all the stuff we've seen from him, now everybody say, take my tail." But go back and watch his tape. Take my tail through a bum. And the kid scored, but he had to stop and come back for it. You seen N'Kosi make plays, like look off of plays and throw the ball on the money and drop it down in their hands, and our receivers just drop wide open passes.
The guy in the
like a lot of people not counting towards our receivers dropping passes. And I seen him hit a lot of them in the hands, and they just dropped it.
I've been around this Cozy because he played for the 7-on-7 team here. I was around him for 2 summers, and what's his name put in the comment section? Come on, Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you, he flicks the wrist. He doesn't use his arm. He just flicks that wrist, and when he gets out of in high school, he get out of the pocket. Them safeties are coming up thinking he's going to run. As soon as them safeties come up, he just flicks that wrist, and there goes the ball 50, 60 yards, and they're scoring a touchdown. I don't know what special. I'm telling you, he's special. He just is a little.
I don't know what game that was, but N'Kosi rolled out to the right hand side, and it was coming towards him, and he threw a touchdown pass coming on the right hand side. And when everybody seen that, I know you've seen what type of quarterback he is. I honestly think now that we have a quarterback coach,
all right, I'm in.
We have somebody to help develop him. We have somebody who can help him out, somebody who can show him the ropes.
Conference locked.
And I like that he's been completely quiet. You think N'Kosi probably nobody showed him all the comments Miami fans saying he sucks, he shouldn't be the star. If you get a transfer in, you think, okay, that transfer should start. I think Tate Manziel, even if he do get the waiver to play, I don't think he's going to win the job because I don't think he throw better than Nkosi. That's why I know Ohio State fans, a lot of them. I personally know Ohio State booster. I work at Publix. They came to my baby shower. I know these people. They spend all their money at Ohio State. They go to every game. They seen this kid over and over again. And you know what they told me? One of the reasons he wanted to transfer because Ohio State was talking about moving him to H-back.
Seriously?
They were talking about moving him to H-back. And a lot of people don't know this. And this me talking to Ohio State booster. They say they were talking about moving that kid to H-back because he's fast. And I don't know if both said this way, but this is that word. He's the fastest white boy I ever seen running the ball. So they said they felt like Ohio State wanted to move him to H-back.
Hey, Bo.
Yes.
Go ahead, talk.
He knew he wasn't going to win that starting job against that boy. I'm telling you, he's not going to win it against Nkosi. And I'm willing to bet anybody in that fan club, he is not going to win it against Nkosi. He is not the better passer. The only way Nkosi can't win this job is if he don't learn the playbook. And I honestly don't know what everybody's saying about him.
He's going to learn.
Yeah, but you can say that, but we only had 6 plays last year. There's no way he couldn't know the playbook. Every Miami fan know our playbook from last year.
Come on, let me ask you a question.
Look at the tape.
Do you think he's going to straighten his ass out? He's going to stay off Twitter.
He's off it right now.
Facebook
He's off
Live.
it now.
Okay,
how long the season? He been the incident that he got in trouble for and suspended, and he had to sit out the bowl game. Y'all do realize that happened months before he got suspended.
Way before. He's
already been learning his lesson.
I mean,
he done shut down a lot of that stuff.
Do you also know if this would have been 1999 or even like 2005, he would have never gotten in trouble for any of the stuff he did because the only reason he got in trouble is because he put it on social media. That's the only reason anyone even found out. I mean,
I grew up in Miami. You know how hard a lot of them players in Miami when I was growing up played around and did a lot of stuff. We just didn't have the internet like we have it now.
I know. I mean, how many regular people throw dice? I mean, come on. He just put it on. He put it on social media.
Yeah,
that was just stupid.
Honestly, I did it. I don't do it now. I'm older and I don't have time for that. But I know everybody in my neighborhood threw dice. I don't know one person.
Damn,
I grew up in a poker bean project in Miami.
Let me tell you,
everybody threw dice.
I was in the army. And I was in the army in Iraq. Everyone would go over there and get their little $200 or $300, and they would blow that money in freaking 20, 30 minutes, man. Shit, they do it everywhere.
Dice and cards
everywhere. I mean,
and we want to talk about athletes. Do everybody realize Michael Jordan had a gambling problem, and that's all he did was gamble on planes and everything?
Yeah, Charles Barkley. They're always
against
down
his players. Charles Barkley. I mean, this kid made a mistake. And I dare anybody out there to say, oh, yeah, he got to stay off the internet. Tell me when the last time you seen him on the internet.
Mm-hmm. And then, these people.
When the last time you heard him?
Oh, even when he goes live. When he goes live, it's always him and his girlfriend. He's always with his girlfriend now, which probably is a good thing. Yeah.
Hey, Bo, we got a new listener watching. Sam Martin Jr., give us a thumbs up, buddy. I know you're watching. You told me what you're watching our show.
Well, that's good.
Why don't you give us a call, 866-501-2933.
Hey, y'all need
We'd love to talk to you.
You need to check his highlight out.
Welcome to the family, Sam.
He's a stud. That's a stud.
Welcome to the family.
This is a kid from Staten Island, New York, D. He's a true freshman. I actually found out about him from my son. He's actually friends with my cousin. And he's a good kid. And, I mean, he's gotten a few phone calls. He's on a very good team. He rushed for over 1,100 yards as a freshman. I think he runs about a 4.5, 4.6. And, we connect once in a while on Twitter. And we want to get you on the show. We just put your film out on our followers. So you're going to get some coaches take a look at your film. And you just got to be a little patient. Your time will come, Sam.
Hey,
So if you want to call in 866-501-2933, and it'll be the first interview that you ever done. We'd be more than happy to help you.
Hey, D,
I love the New York connection.
D, I've been on here. I said my early prediction is for Perry to be the starter. I just don't see who's going to beat him out. I just don't see it happening. I don't see nobody beating him out. If his mind is set on football, he's going to win the job.
I think Perry, after he got that phone call, I think Diaz laid down his rules and told him what he needs from him, and I think that's what he's doing. Because you don't hear nothing. Matter of fact, you know how they showing all the workout videos and they showing everything, and you see Tate Martell all on the internet and his picture and all this stuff. You see none of that from Nicosi. You see none of that. Like you said, you might every once in a while see him and his girlfriend. Other than that, he completely shut everything down because maybe now he got somebody in his ear. And I wish somebody like Ken Dorsey. He got to be going to school.
Who?
There's no way you can say Perry. I'm gonna tell you, Perry going to school because, I said, they broke it up into teams. You're a leader of this team. You need to make sure your team get this done. The whole team got to look out for each other. They broke it up in groups, and everybody got so many players in their group, and that whole group is responsible for each other. He's going to.
You know what? That's a great idea, and maybe they should have made him the leader because he's the quarterback. Because the quarterback is generally the leader of the offense.
I'll tell you what.
I think everything got to be earned.
Perry,
right now, he's trying to earn everything.
I'm going to tell you, in high school, man, Perry was the leader on the field, man. A receiver did not come to him bitching. He would tell him to shut up. Shut up. If you're open, I'll get you the ball.
I still like Jared Williams. I like Williams. I think I just
what
like him.
What you seen in Williams to make you want to win that spot? Why you?
I'm not understanding
he need to work on that gut.
I'm not understanding.
Have you seen how tall Williams is? I'm not understanding it. Williams about the same height as Tate Martell, and he chubbier.
Well, he probably gave up. No, Williams is what, about 6'2"?
Oh, come on.
He gave up.
If anybody had a reason to give up, it was Nicosi. He got beat down throughout the year. You see what Mark Richt did to him all year? Mark Richt put him in at the 1 yard line, pouring down rain, and say, "Win me the game." And when he don't, he basically not good. Mark Richt put him in a situation where he threw one interception, one bad interception. The other one was a tip ball, and he said it wasn't his fault, but you still snatched the kid out the game and put somebody in who was not better than him. You put somebody in the first time they throw the ball in a bowl game. The first time they throw it straight to the other man, an interception. Then throw it to you throwing a screen, he throw it straight to the defensive end. How many times he did that to us? It was Mark Richt killing that little boy. Man, it was Mark Richt killing Nicosi. Right now, we finally got a quarterback coach who know how to coach up quarterbacks, period. We didn't have that. You can't tell me you believe it. Nobody here honestly can say they believe in Mark Richt's son. I don't even want to say his name.
No,
he don't
deserve
nobody to say his name.
Listen, he didn't even
nobody
have the
can say believe. Exactly. So if he didn't have a qualification, nobody was
developing.
They even
work at Trinity Christian. He didn't
None
have
of
the
our
qualifications to
quarterbacks
work
was
at Trinity
developed.
Christian by you.
Oh, man. No, he probably couldn't.
I mean, none of our quarterbacks was developing. And one of the most horriblest things that Mark Richt could say that really made Miami fans turn against him when he made the comment, Miami fans don't know what they talking about. When he talking about when everybody was saying you calling 6 plays and all this kind of crap, your son don't know what he doing. He came out of his mouth and said, Miami fans don't know. I can tell you every point where them different coaches lost fans. Brown lost fans when he made the comment the kids are counseled. He lost. Everybody was supporting him into the end. And after he said that, people didn't want him there no more. Mark Richt lost all the fans when he made that comment about Miami fans do not know anything, and he was pulling Nicosi in and out. We rather Nicosi would have played through his troubles, and we know what we had from him. Then our pit in that bowl game, if you wasn't gonna play Nicosi, play Williams. Let's see what we have in this quarterback. Then if he would have played Williams, we'll know, okay, Williams suck. Nobody know what we really have in Williams. All we know is, like I know, is when we went to the spring game, Williams wasn't on the same page as Nicosi. Nicosi outplayed both of them quarterbacks in the spring game.
Well, here's the thing. You know, this is the last thing I'm going to say on this Williams, because here's one. Greg Bush says I'm a Williams fan. Sorry, but I think he's been given when given the opportunity, we'll see that he's better. Here's my thing: if he's better, why didn't he beat out Perry before the bowl game? Why? Perry was supposedly in the doghouse and everything else, and he still couldn't beat the guy out. That's telling me he's not better. I mean, it's just common sense to me.
But honestly, if Nkosi wins, I'm 100% behind him. Jared win, I'm 100% behind him. If Tate Montero win, I'm 100% behind him. The only thing I do not want the roller coaster quarterback team.
Hey,
if you're going to pick one of them, stick with it.
Hey, do you live over there in Jacksonville? What's the quarterback's name over there, the highly recruited kid? Have you seen him in person play?
Nah. I work 80 hours a week. I barely get time to see anything.
I watch his highlights.
When I'm off, I'm trying to.
He looks pretty legit.
Honestly, when I'm off, I'm trying to like I got off the day from work from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. and rush to my daughter basketball championship game.
Yes.
Wow.
Carson Beck, that's his name. Man, that kid looks legit though. Man, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I check him out. I'll probably I work at Publix. Trust me, I'll probably know somebody who know his family. If he worth getting to the University of Miami, I will talk.
He's legit. No, I don't know if
because our tight end who we got from Jacksonville last year,
Mallory.
His coaches come to my Publix, and before he committed, I already knew he was going to commit to University of Miami because I was talking to them, and it was like he loved Miami. He's going to go there. And I was like, "You sure you going to Miami, man? Look, we need a tight end. He's going to Miami." And they say he love Miami. He gonna be there and he gonna fight through no matter what. He wanna be there. They say he love that program, and I knew that before he even committed. Cause there's one kid down here. He played defensive tackle for Fletcher. I can't remember the kid name, but he coming there all the time. Real big kid. I said, man, you can stuff the hole. You don't want to go to University of Miami? Do you got any tape so I can send it to one of the Hurricane shows? You know, you need to bring me some tape. If you work, send it something. I'm gonna say something. I don't care. I'd be one of the biggest recruiters down here, and I ain't no booster. I don't pay no money. Well, it's hard because I'm about to buy season tickets, so I guess we're not supposed to do that.
No, you better put it in your wife's name. Put them in your wife's name.
Oh, put the season tickets in my wife's name?
Yeah, put her name.
Yeah, she'll mind. I don't turn her to a University of Miami fan because my stepdaughter liked it, the Gators, all the way up until I moved in. That had to stop.
Mm.
Let me ask you this question, D. Why is Willie Taggart getting all these players with a 5-7 record? No. I want to get somebody's opinion.
It's common sense.
Okay.
Go ahead, tell him, D.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe he breaking money. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why nobody even going. Maybe he's shooting them dreams. Maybe he's saying our team is so garbage you can walk in here and start right now.
They had 40. They had 43 players on their roster last year, 4 and 5-star players. No way.
I don't believe like that. Sometimes kids are 5-star and they just not worth being 5-star. And the coaches like that, they're all about what camp you go to and how you look at that camp and they raise your star. Sometimes, like y'all done said it numerous times, Ed Reed was what a 2-star.
2-star. But
so
the guy
stars don't mean everything.
Was what a 2 or 3-star too.
And sometimes these 5-stars get there and they think they're just going to show up and play, and they're lazy. They don't got the work ethic.
Yeah, and they get beat out by the kids who want to outwork them.
Or work them. I mean,
that's what I like about the kid y'all had on the show. I don't know his name, but y'all say he wake up early in the morning and catch the train or bus all the way to school, and he showed the work ethic.
Adam El Gamal. He's the offensive lineman that we recruited, along with Hunte.
That shows I want it. And
how about the other
they
kid?
Don't been baby so much.
How about Ja'Kai Clark?
Y'all was saying something about him. His work ethic.
Yeah, he goes to work every day.
Waking up early in the morning, all these. A kid like that, they want it. They want to get it. They want to get it, and that's what you need. And I think that's why they recruited all them kids from New York. Because they showing that first of all, they in a place where all they care about is basketball. Mm-hmm. And you working that hard for football. So, that's why they recruiting them. They recruit them because maybe we need people who going to outwork you on the team to push everybody else to outwork everybody. Mm-hmm. to show that work ethic. I'm coming in with that ethic to work because that's what we didn't have that.
That's fine.
We honestly didn't have that. That's what we need.
I got you, low
We need people.
Conference unlocked.
Yep.
I didn't like what the kid said, that receiver said about University of Miami and about people. Oh, the team ain't care about losing, but he kind of made a point.
It's fact. It was.
And I hope he
was saying facts.
I didn't like him saying it. I love University of Miami, so I don't like nobody saying nothing bad about them. But he was shooting us straight. He was saying how he felt and the reason he felt like he shouldn't go there. I honestly think we should replay that every time we working out. Replay that. Let y'all hear what people think about y'all. Replay it. I'm sitting up here in Jackson. You know how many Gator fans I'm surrounded around? You know what they tell us? I'm talking to Gator fans. They say they gonna beat us. You know why they gonna beat us? Because they gonna bully us. We're not tough enough. They're gonna bully us. They say they're gonna bully us. And I say, man, I'm from Miami. We never get bullied. Bullied.
We're gonna find out.
They were like, all they gotta do is hit us in the mouth a couple of times, and we gonna give up and lay down. That's exactly what they say. So I hope them boys working. I hope they hear every little tweet, all the little bull crap the Florida Gator fans saying, all that bulletin board crap. I want them to hear, because honestly, I told people straight up, I'm gonna be at that first game. Rain, hail, sleep, or snow. I'm saving vacation time for that.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Are you gonna go to the spring game if they play it in Orlando?
Yeah, it's in Orlando. I'm going. I already done told my wife, my stepson, it's gonna be his first experience of going to anything for University of Miami. We will be there.
Well,
we definitely will be there, and we'll.
Well, D, thanks for calling, man. We love it when you call in, man. Appreciate it.
All right, y'all have a great day, fella.
You too.
Take care, buddy.
Man,
that's a good call.
I know. Hey, but we got. Oh, hey, you're on Cane Shades. You there?
Hello.
What's going on? North Carolina? You there?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What do you got for us tonight?
I mean, I guess the big news was Harrison Hunt, right?
Yeah, he committed tonight. He committed today, this afternoon, at his basketball game. Vic, what are you doing?
Favorite. What's that?
No, nothing. Nothing. What do you think about this class? I don't know. Vic, I don't know. I don't think he's there.
Oh. What, North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina.
Where's Tommy tonight?
I hear me.
Yeah, I hear you. We hear you.
What I think about this class?
Yeah, what do you think about this class?
I mean, right now, I'll give the F.
Is this Adam? Is this Adam?
No, this is Saeed from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. You give it an F, even with the transfers?
No way.
No, I would give it I would give it an F. I would give it an F because, okay, here's the way I would break it down. There was maybe 5 or 6 elite guys, and we missed on every single one. Missed on
We lost 6 games. Come on.
We missed on every single elite person that was on the board.
Hey, what's good, guys? I tapped in with you. It's North Fresh over here.
What's up, North Fresh? How you doing?
How you guys doing?
Good. Good. What do you think about the committee today?
I'm excited, man. This is a kid that and when I saw his tape, man, I mean, he's a little raw, but man, he's good. Real good. Upside for days.
So what do you think?
Who? Sam Martin?
No, Hunt.
Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, wait. I just texted Sam Martin. I told him to call in. If you see like a 917 or 347 area code, that's probably him.
All right. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about Hunt, man. I watch his athletic ability playing basketball and stuff. Man, this guy has an explosion.
Dude, his hops alone, I mean, just the power he's got in his legs, something like that coming off the line with his natural quickness and ability. I mean, his first step looks good, man. He's got a first step that, you know, you really can't teach. You either got it or you don't. And man, he might be a project, but we got time to work with him, and I think he could be real good for us in a year or two.
Yeah, I think he will too. I think he's got all the athletic ability you want, the explosion that you want.
He was a little bigger than I actually thought he was. He doesn't quite look like he had all that weight on him when I first saw him initially, but he carries the weight well, and he's definitely got room to put on more.
I know it's gonna be scary. What'd you?
Yeah, we might have really found ourselves a true gem there.
Hey, what do you think about this this running back out of New York? Vic's thinking we got a chance.
Tyreek?
Vic's thinking we got a good chance of him.
Man, I've been chatting with Vic on Twitter about him. Dude, that kid is just amazing, man. I mean, I've said it before, but I see a little Saquon Barkley in that kid.
Got legs like Saquon Barkley.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, that lower body is just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't see kids with a build like that at 17 years old or 16 years old.
Well, built like that and can move like that on top of it.
Jet 305 says we're on gas. He's slow. Is he slow? Oh, hold on.
You're on cane shades.
Yeah, you're on cane.
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? It's me, Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe, what's going on, man? What do you think about this
Not
commitment?
much, man. Not much. Just driving around the city, man.
What do you think
Just
about?
dropped off my girl.
What do you think about this commitment we got today, man?
Oh man, I think that guy. I'm happy, man. I'm excited with that kid.
What do you think about this class? Are you excited? Are you an F like some of these people, or are you giving it like a C or B?
I'll give it a C. Not an F, but I'll give them a C, man, because they missed a lot of guys, like the other callers were saying.
Mm-hmm. You don't think the transfers even it out though?
I think it gives us an A- with the transfers. I won't say a C. These transfers could come in right away and make an impact. Tommy Kennedy solidifies the offensive left tackle. You got the kid from UCLA, the defensive tackle, who'll play right next to Nesta. Experience. You got if we get this kid Hill, he could play the opposite of Jonathan Garvin and rotate with Scott Patchen and
Vic.
What's up?
Is he coming, or he's still undecided where he's gonna go? Hill.
Who's that?
The D tackle. Not the D end from VTech.
They say it's down to Missouri and Miami, and Missouri just got hit with the sanctions. So I mean, I don't know why he would go to Missouri if they can't play in a bowl game.
We got the best shot for him, I think.
They say it's down to Missouri, Miami, but Missouri got hit with sanctions yesterday or day before. So we'll see what.
And what happened with the other guy from UCLA, Phillips?
No, they're saying he's coming. I don't know what's taking so long. That's what's worrying me. I don't know. Maybe there's some things. Maybe some classes he's got to take. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know.
I've been wondering if he might have to get his health checked out, or if he's still a little cautious about coming back. Maybe he wants to go through all the motions with the doctors and stuff before he hits the field again.
Very good point.
Isn't that why he would redshirt though? Come here, redshirt, take a whole year off of football.
They're gonna want him to have an answer on that though, like, you know, day one. I mean, when he signs that paperwork, they're gonna want, you know, they're gonna want a real good answer as to what they're getting themselves into, I would think. And so would Phillips.
Hey, Uncle Joe, what do you think about the Bogle situation, man? You think we're gonna get this guy or what?
I don't think so. He's not coming. He's gonna stay committed to Alabama. He's not coming. That guy, that's a Josh Joke 2.0. He's just playing with us, man. I should have dropped him long. Since he committed to Alabama, we should have gone after Boykin instead. But we've just been wasting our time with this guy.
Just wasting our time. I don't understand it. I don't know. If he comes, I'll be happy. If he don't, I'm not expecting him to come.
Yeah, he's the only one visiting this weekend. Well, we got other guys visiting.
I think.
Yeah, they got the junior class tomorrow.
They got the big
got junior.
We got a bunch of guys coming in.
They got the big junior elite day tomorrow.
They were saying up to 50-some kids might be there if it all came together.
I know that Cheney and Robinson are supposed to be there.
There's going to be a lot of kids there, but they do this every year. I mean, we'll see what happens. Because once Florida
and the O-line,
hope this year we get it.
Washington, is he still going to Mississippi State or FSU or Miami?
They're saying it's down to Florida State, Miami now, so I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go. I'm thinking he's going to stay at Florida State, stay close to home. That's my prediction.
Because Emerson, is it? He's going back to Mississippi, right? Emerson,
yeah, we heard
Junior.
We heard he's staying at Mississippi State.
Man, that's
so he's going to stay committed to them. He's going to be loyal to the Mississippi State commit.
That's what I was told yesterday. Which, I mean, that's crazy.
All right.
I can't believe someone's picking Mississippi State over Miami. I just cannot believe it.
I'm shocked.
What can you do in Mississippi State? Shit.
Oh, man.
He's going to run into them guys.
I thought we had a shot with that guy.
So did
I.
I don't know what happened.
I give him credit for being loyal, though, and sticking through it. I give him some credit for that.
Yeah, you got to give him credit.
We came on to him a little late. That would have been a kid right there that would have been a fantastic get for us this late in the process. That would have been a major flip for us.
Hey, Uncle Joe, what do you think about next year's class? What's your predictions for next? What do you expect for next year's class? Top 15, top 10? What do you think should happen for next year's class?
I'm thinking a top 10 class. If we do pretty good this upcoming season, if we beat Florida and we run the table during next year and we go undefeated all the way to the ACC championship. Let's say we don't win the ACC, but we compete with Clemson at the end. Mm-hmm. At least we lose by 5 points, and we go like to a good bowl game and win the ball game. Then it could be a top 5 class. Top 10.
Well, if we make the ACC championship, we're pretty much guaranteed a New Year's Six bowl game.
Yeah, we'll be back at the Orange Bowl. We'll be at the Orange Bowl game.
Yeah, unless that's the national playoff next year.
Yeah, because they were that was a playoff game this year.
Oh, okay.
But if you think we go undefeated, and let's say we blow off, during the season we beat Florida by 20, and we start blowing up everybody in the season, and we lose by 2 points to Clemson.
Oh, we're in the playoffs.
Will they keep us in the playoff run?
I don't know. We got to see how the SEC does, because you know they'll have bias on that.
Oh, the SEC, yeah.
They'll have bias on that.
Yeah, you got it.
Unless what would happen would be interesting if we did that, and then say Florida ran the table, then they would have to put us over Florida because we beat them head to head.
Well, right now we're ranked nationally number 6 for 2020. We're number 2 in the ACC.
A year ago, we were number 1 in 2019 or some shit. I don't
well, you had a lot of,
we were ranked number 1.
It's too early, man, for that. It's too early.
Yeah, I mean, well, we got Trayvon Riggins, we got Marcus Fleming, Willie Moyce, Dominic Mammarelli. I think he's going to stick. Brian Robinson.
Willie Moyce.
I'd love to see him.
Willie Moyce is definitely staying. He's like diehard Kane.
Mammarelli seems all Kane too. He's really vocal about it online.
And Trayvon Riggins has been saying it too. And I wonder if Tyreek Murphy can commit because they offered him already. Why wouldn't they let him commit if he wants to?
I don't know. They're not even recruiting that much.
Does he go? That's the guy that goes. That's the running back that goes with. He goes to that same high school that Hunt goes to, right?
Yeah.
Listen to me. They are going to be recruiting him. Blissett and the 2 other kids are going to be in the coach's ears about this kid. I mean, come on. He's got 25 schools that are committing, that are calling him, that want to play for him.
We'll see.
It's only going to help us with those kids and the coaches.
He looks pretty good. That running back looks pretty good.
Yeah, but who?
Did we offer him already, or he still haven't been offered by Miami?
No, he got an offer.
Oh, he got offered?
Yeah, but here's Jet 305 says we have people ahead of him. That's why. They're saying Cheney and Parrish is ahead of him.
I like Tyreek more than Cheney.
Jet 305 says he ain't better than Cheney or Parrish.
I don't know.
I don't know about
there's these guys that living in Florida, you know, being biased.
Yeah.
Tyreek is pretty incredible.
Yeah. Man.
Cheney's got a name for himself. That's what's going on with him. I mean, he's already basically a nationally known kid for his class already. Tyreek's probably a little under the radar compared to him, but as far as talent goes, I don't see much of a difference, honestly. They both provide a lot.
Now that Thomas went to South Carolina, he's going to be recruiting that guy.
Yeah, I know.
Cheney.
He's already
had a good relationship. That's what I heard.
I had a South Carolina fan hit me up. Was it yesterday? Telling me that we're done with him. He's gonna be theirs. He's like, he said, lock it down. You guys.
If we want him, we can go head to head with South Carolina and win that battle. I'm confident with that. If we really, really go after him.
I don't know.
I hope so.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Is Cheney that good?
I don't know. I'm not sold myself, but
here's the thing: if he does, because the guy's telling me he's going to commit to South Carolina. Okay, if he commits to South
Bo.
Hold on, Anthony. Hey, if he commits to South Carolina and with their schedule, they're going to win what, 5 games, 6 games? Is he really going to go there?
Yeah, they're
no,
I don't think so.
He's getting texts every day, every other day by Thomas Brown. He likes him, but he knows that they don't have a chance in a prayer to surpass Georgia or Florida in the SEC. And I really think this kid wants to play with his friends. I mean, just read the tweet.
You know,
his mother wrote.
We're talking about Cheney.
Oh, Cheney. I'm sorry.
You're talking about Cheney. If Cheney's not
okay, my bad.
Why the fuck would Cheney go to South Carolina? I mean, they got much chance.
Cheney knows. Cheney's
sucks.
fully aware of the history at Miami with running backs. Cheney knows that we can put running backs in the NFL. He flat out knows that.
My concern would be the Gators. I think my concern would be Gators because they probably have less depth at running back.
Yeah.
And what's up with Mark Anthony Richards? He's going to Auburn, or he's still thinking about coming to Miami?
I don't think we're getting him.
Florida,
man.
I think.
I think it's going to be Auburn. I don't know. I don't think we're getting him. I think there's too much depth at running back. I don't think he's maybe.
And that's the position he wants to play, right?
Yeah, running back. But I don't see him coming to us.
I heard we continued to try to get him in as a DB. That's what I heard. That was what I heard today, anyways. Is that we kept pushing him to be a DB.
Oh, a DB. Wow.
Wow. I mean.
All right, guys.
Thanks,
Uncle Joe. Let you go tonight.
Appreciate calling you.
Hey, thanks for letting. Yeah, anytime. Thanks for letting me in your show tonight, guys. Have a good night, and hope to talk to you.
All right, appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you, gentlemen. Bye.
The famous Uncle Joe in the comment section.
Uncle Joe.
Anthony, what's going on? You're back again.
Hey, is North First still on the phone?
Yes, he is. Go ahead. Ask
Hey,
him.
North. Hey, I have a question. Who do you like better, Carson or Harrison? Harrison Bailey or Carson Beck?
Oh, Carson Beck, dude. That's my number one guy in that class as far as quarterbacks go right now. That kid's special.
No, because I keep on reading in the comments that they say Harrison Bailey is better than him because he's in the Elite 11. Does the whole Elite 11 mean anything?
I hate that Elite 11 shit, but go ahead.
It's a cool. I mean, it gets kids exposure. It puts them up against the big names. It's a thing that's, for all the kids with the high stars and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sold on all that stuff. I've watched tape on both of them, and I can say pretty confidently that I like Beck better. I see a little Trevor Lawrence in him. Not saying he can be Trevor Lawrence, but I do see a little bit of that in him.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he has that.
I see
he has that Trevor Lawrence.
The phone line's about to uproar because I see the Bailey fans are about to call in. North Fresh, it looks like. I'm going Carson
Hey,
Beck, man.
I'm willing to debate it with him. I have no problem with that.
Honestly, I like Carson better, but when you look at Harrison's tape, his comparison is Jake Fromm, to be honest. Jake Fromm or Jacob Eason from the class, not last year's class, but the class before.
All right, hold on.
He looks like Jake.
Hold on real quick, Anthony. Hey, you're on Cane Shades.
What's up?
Is that Alex? Alex, give us your spill. Give North your spill here.
All right.
Do it.
Go watch their films side by side. You got get two tabs open. Watch Carson Beck, watch Harrison Bailey. Tell me who's more of a natural player. The things Bailey can do with that ball are not fair for a high school player. Beck's got all the measurables, but because he's bigger. But the way Bailey spins the ball, I would probably say if he were to go to Alabama, he could probably fight Tua for a starting job and probably won it.
That's a big confidence there.
That kid is going to be in the NFL. He's going to be a top 5 pick.
Alex.
Top 5.
Do you see Beck in the NFL as well?
Beck's going to take Beck. He has the frame for it, but right now, Bailey is light years ahead of him. Just on a pure passing, the way he reads play coverages, dude, he's unbelievable.
Alex.
What's up?
Hey, I have a question. What comparison do you have? Do you agree with my comparison with Harrison with the Fromm comparison, or do you think, or Eason, or do you think he's way better than both Eason and Fromm?
He's completely different players. I think he has more natural talent than them. Eason was
Eason's got a lot of natural talent.
Yeah, that's all I was about to say.
True.
Eason's probably the closest with talent-wise, but I think, because Eason's got a strong arm. I think he's got a stronger arm than Fromm by far. But on those corner, those sideline throws, he doesn't have as much touch as Bailey does when they're both coming out of high school.
That's a pretty impressive trait there. I really need to do a side-by-side comparison, like you said there. If he got touch like that to the sideline like that, I need to check that out, definitely.
His touch is ridiculous.
How tall is Bailey?
I think he's 6'2", 6'3".
So he's shorter than Beck?
Yeah,
I thought he was 6'4",
no, I think
he's like an inch or two shorter, that's it.
I think he's basically the same height as Tua.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm really high on Eason. So I mean, if you're saying he's got some traits like Eason and stuff, Eason's a guy that I got my eye on at Washington. I've heard nothing but amazing things with him being on the scout team this last year.
Yeah, Eason's good, but the thing with him is supposedly he's had injury issues off and on. He'll get shoulder tightness and all that stuff, and so he's off for a couple days.
Hey,
he reminds me a little of Jake Locker in that aspect.
Oh. Locker.
God, that's horrible.
Locker.
Hey, Locker was a hell of a talent when he came out of high school, guys. Locker was a legit talent coming out. He had a hell of an upside. Just injuries just ruined the guy.
Yeah, and plus his offensive line was shit everywhere he went.
Well, hey, Anthony,
he didn't have a very good coaching setup.
Hey, Anthony, call back in a little bit. Call back in a little bit.
Okay. Bye.
So, Alex, we haven't asked you, man. What do you think about the Hunt commitment? Was it big for the class?
I saw someone. Yeah, it's huge for the class because I saw someone compare him to McIntosh, but he's a stronger McIntosh, and that's probably I think one of the best analysis. I'm not a big guy in comparisons, but him and McIntosh is pretty good because they say he's just a bigger McIntosh. And from watching his film, what he's able to do, athleticism, he has a pretty good comparison.
Really? McIntosh. McIntosh was
look at him. I think he's 265, 275, and the way he can move now, imagine when he loses baby fat and puts on muscle and a strength and conditioning program.
Man, his explosion is crazy. Going up, blocking these balls, and dunking. I mean,
And think about it, he's only going to get stronger as he gets older.
Holy cow. This is at 17, 18 years old.
What? Okay. And to be honest, I think he's got a higher upside than Blissett.
Really?
I think he carries his weight. I think he carries his weight through his body a lot better. Like if you look at Blissett, he's more top heavy and he doesn't have those thick legs like a defensive lineman usually have.
Brissett needs to fill out a little more.
He's got the frame for it, but his lower body.
Oh yeah,
something he's gonna have to work on.
What do you think about Riggins?
This new recruit, man, he's great.
What do you think about Riggins in the next class?
Riggins is gonna be good. I like him. He's built pretty good. I think with him, his I don't know if it's just, but like I watch a film, like when the ball snaps, he doesn't have that immediate get off. He's got time delay time. Like this thing that's definitely like distances great defensive linemen because that's what our play is. The kids who, as soon as the ball snaps, they burst. Like they burst. It's the timing. It's just something an internal tick that they have. Riggins, he has it. He's like, to me, he'll be more of like he'll be like he'll kind of be like a Denny Bill was this year. I think that's what his career will be. Not a guy who's gonna stack up the sacks, but a run stuffer.
Alex, I want to give you a sleeper to look at. If you could do me a favor, take a look at this kid, Sam Martin Jr. He's from up here in the north. He's a true freshman. He runs about a 4.5. He's got athletic ability. He ran for over 100,000 yards as a true freshman. He's already getting called. He's a running back. He's already getting He's already getting hit up by Sider from Penn State. He's a good kid. Yeah, we're going to try and get him on the show. Just when you get an opportunity, just take a look at it. If you want to follow him, yeah, he's a really good player. Everyone here has looked at his film, and I respect your knowledge.
Yeah. Like for film, like what I go for, like this is some people like if you guys were like trying to break down film, watch their highlights because obviously you're going to say, okay, you can see this, but try and find their teammates. Like so, find like if they're a defensive lineman, trying to find the linebackers behind them and find their tape, and then you could see, okay,
you want to find
maybe
the bad
he can
shit.
do good on plays. You want to see basically. I want to see what he does bad, and I want to see what he does all the time, not just in his highlights. We
can make anybody look good with a highlight reel.
Yeah, exactly. But you can still see hiccups in highlights. But it'll help you a lot if you watch your teammates.
Blissett says he's a beast, and he's going to share his film with the coaching staff. He trusts Blissett because Blissett brought these other three kids here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Vic, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Is there any of the high schools up in your area, do they do any live streams for their games over YouTube? Because I know they're starting to do that in my area.
Not sure, but you may want to take a look. I mean, the best teams are Don Bosco up in New Jersey. You got Christ the King is another good school in New York. They're supposed to be having an exhibition game this year against each other at MetLife Stadium. So I really
hope
know.
more schools decide to do that.
Yeah, they're going to have like a battle between New York and New Jersey. So, so we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm hoping that more schools get on that.
I hope Miami takes some of my high school kids from Southridge, my school. That's where I went to high school down here, and they're recruiting this defensive tackle from here. But I like what they're doing though. Like you remember, Bo, I was telling you about that Cleo Brantley kid.
Yeah.
He's gonna be on campus. He's gonna be on campus this week.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
At the Junior Elite Day.
Yep. But again, they're dude. They basically offered all of Northwestern's high school for all the juniors to come. They offered a whole bunch of kids. I like what they did. It's going to be like a mostly South Florida junior day. That's what I would explain it as.
I want that kid Dumerville, the offensive lineman from Roger Harriet's school.
We're not getting him.
I wouldn't bank on him.
We're not getting him.
I wouldn't bank on him. He's already got an Alabama offer.
He's gonna be SEC.
Yeah, he'll be either Georgia or Ohio State. I have a feeling.
You think Georgia or Ohio State is what your guess is?
Be an early prediction. Ohio State, depending on how the new staff treats him, but he liked Ryan Day.
I mean, Ryan Day, isn't he the head coach now?
Yep.
Oh, see.
They lost Greg Schiano, right?
Hey, Tori Evans just put in the comment section, Bo, what do you think about what Bogle just posted on IG saying he has already made his decision? Come on, he's trolling, man. He's fucking trolling. Y'all keep getting trolled.
He said he's suffering. Like, this is what I think people fail to realize. If we're really adding Hill into this class, like, it'd be nice to have Bogle, but we're already deep. Like, think about it. You got Garvin coming back. You got Rousseau coming back. You got Patrick. You got Harvey. You got Cam Williams. You're gonna add in Hill. You're gonna add in possibly Phillips, but not the red shirt. It's not like.
What about Joyner?
I think Joyner's playing linebacker.
The striker position?
No, he's playing middle linebacker. He's gonna be Shaq's backup.
Okay.
And then Sam Brooks will probably play defensive end this year, and people forget how crazy of a monster he was, and people don't really know about him because he's coming off but the dude had 22.5 sacks in his sophomore season.
Brooks' tape looks incredible.
It's the only thing with him, like seeing it in person, is if the ball's not coming his way, he kind of gives up on the play, and that's something his coaches always get on him. But then if you watch the senior tape, he fixed a lot of it. But in his freshman and sophomore and a little bit of the junior tape, you would see if the ball's going right and he's on the left side of the field, he's not going to go track that guy down. But on the senior tape, he got better at it. But the kid
That's good to
was
hear.
an absolute monster. Like he ran a 4.5 as a defensive end and a linebacker.
That's pretty savage.
Seriously?
I swear. And it's a legit time. 4.5.
We're getting some really good athletes there in the trenches, I've noticed. We're getting some guys that when we put weight on them and get the coaching with them, we could have some tremendously explosive players in the trenches.
Brooks is probably going to be like, he's probably going to take over Pinckney's role after Pinckney graduates, but this year I probably see him playing defensive end.
Man.
Kind of like Joyner did.
It's going to be, this kid is trolling so hard, man. He's loving this shit. He's loving it. He's loving it.
And the weird thing about him, though, up until like maybe, let's see, a couple months before signing day, he wasn't like this. He wasn't trolling the way he has been.
You got to think though, there's not that many big time guys out there right now because most people signed in the early one. So now all eyes are on him. Alabama fans, Tennessee. Now you got Clemson fans looking at him. Miami.
And Florida too. Florida fans think he's going there.
He's got all these fans watching him. We're probably talking hundreds of thousands of people. And man, it's just crazy.
Did any of you guys?
He must be enjoying it.
He is. He's got to be.
Did any of you guys see that show 30 for 30 yesterday about prime time?
No, I didn't watch it.
No, I didn't see it.
It's not part of it.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was a pretty incredible player. I got to give him his props. He was a hell of a guy on and off the field. He was sure a character.
All right, hold on. Hey, you're on Cane Shades.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
What's our cornerback situation looking like?
Quarterback?
Cornerback.
What do you got for us, Alex, here at this corner? What are you expecting?
Corner is going to be 1 is Bandy, 2 is probably Ivy. Blades is probably going to play nickel. And then behind is going to be Frierson, Bethel, and then Couch.
Are you guys concerned about Rump and Banda's recruiting as far as the cornerbacks go?
Rump's not really. Banda, so.
I don't think Rump is really a recruiter. I think Rump's better at coaching.
I hear that. I hear that too, but it seems like we're missing on a lot of the corners, the big stud corners. I gotta say that Emerson thing kind of pisses me off, but
Emerson is coming in as a
course.
safety. Emerson's coming in as a safety.
We're not getting him. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's what they wanted him as.
A safety, but
really,
I'm not worried about the secondary.
How's our recruiting going as far as 2020 with the defensive backs, especially the corners? It just seems like we miss on all the stud corners.
There's a lot of
we had some super studs, and then they
Henry Gray, right?
And Jaden Francois.
Yep.
You think we got a shot with either of them?
Gray, I would say no. Francois, yes.
Yeah, I heard Gray was talking to Clemson.
Gray is going to be like the Bogle next class.
Man.
Great. I'm telling you
I don't know.
right now.
We need an elite.
He's going to be the Bogle next class.
We need some elite fucking corners, man. We need some lockdown.
Francois is elite. Francois had 14.
We've lost out on a lot lately.
Don't you think that Rumpf was hired, though, as the American Heritage guy that was going to bring on Surtain, and he completely flopped there? And he was going to bring on the guy that went to Georgia. Yeah, Tyson Campbell with Georgia and Surtain. Wasn't that really why he was brought on to
look what he's done with
to bring the Heritage guys in, and he completely botched that.
Yeah, what we get?
He's done a good job at developing the guys we do get, though. He does a good job developing these players.
Yeah, but you're supposed to bring in these guys, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they coached him forever, though. He coached Surtain. He coached Tyson Campbell. We're missing. Georgia keeps getting all those corners.
But
losing those kids was
that's
tough.
the thing with Campbell, though. Does Miami have enough money to outpay Georgia?
Miami can't pay anybody. They're too bad at it.
We got too many eyeballs on us to be playing those games, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're too bad at it too. They have real dudes doing it. We have Nevin Shapiro, and he's just doing that.
We got Shapiro.
Georgia gave
we have guys that don't know how to do it right.
Brand new Ford Raptor. Georgia gave Nolan Smith a brand new Raptor. Do you think Miami could afford to do that for a kid?
Yeah,
I can guarantee that's not all he got.
I think we.
I think if we did it,
especially can't afford to do it and have him leave too. If we went and did something like that and then had him bail on us, man, it'd be over.
I think
that's how the portal's like the great savior. The portal kind of could even this thing out if we play it right. We've been doing pretty good so far. I don't know what's going on with Phillips. I don't know if you guys have heard of anything.
Oh, we just heard this down in Missouri and Miami.
No, that's Hill.
Really?
Hill. My bad.
Yeah, Hill.
Phillips?
Yeah, that's Trayvon Hill for Tech. I'm talking about the UCLA, the guy that's hurt.
Yeah, the UCLA kid.
I think they're trying to get him cleared.
Medically?
I can see medical issues still being the forefront right now, just making sure everything's good to go, so when he signs that paper that they know that they can put some worries to rest.
Yeah.
Do you guys think the Hill and the Phillips have anything to do with Bogle, or they're waiting on him? Because that's what everyone does. They just wait on this kid Bogle to say he's coming or not coming, or it doesn't matter.
Bogle and all of them are completely separate. I think Bogle is, if they miss him, they miss him. They're still going to take Hill and Phillips. But I think
Hill's
from everything Hill, I think they're looking into both cases. For Hill, why he got dismissed from Virginia Tech, and then Phillips was with his injury history. I think that's the whole thing.
He got dismissed from Virginia Tech because he went off on his coaches after losing the Old Dominion.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're looking into for both of those people. That's probably why we haven't heard anything.
Yep.
Now, as far as the O line goes, we got the Butler we got Kennedy. What have you guys heard anything? I know of the kid, the ACC guy from where was he from? Georgia Tech, I guess, the All ACC guy.
Braun? Yeah.
And he's looking at the Gators. Do you hear anything about him possibly coming to the Canes or
I haven't heard nothing. I haven't heard nothing on the offensive line. That's what I'm worried about. That's my
I think they
concern.
even contacted him.
My concern.
What's that?
What'd you say, Alex?
I said I don't think they even contacted him.
We need that kid.
Why would they not contact him?
I don't know. Hey, but we got.
They think that those
I know some people are worried about him being in the option and all that, but I mean he's a pretty damn good athlete on the line, regardless of that option.
Yeah, they had that nasty chop block too that they always got away with.
Yeah, they did.
But
I know.
it's
the one thing I see people complaining about is that he was, from an option. But I don't let that hold anything back. The kid looks like he can flat out play.
All right, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Appreciate
I'm going to sit and listen to the rest of your show. Have a good night, guys.
You too. Thanks.
Where you calling from, by the way?
Hold on, we got another caller, Vic. Vic, you be killing me, man. Hey, you on Kane Shades?
Yo, what's going on, man? It's Pedro Velez. What's happening, family?
Pedro, man, what are you hearing down there on this Bogle situation? You're down there in the thick of things.
Bogle, I wouldn't put too much stock on Bogle, honestly. I think he's just enjoying this trip, but I think that I don't put too much stock in Bogle.
So you think he's gone?
Yeah, Bogle's gone. And then I was listening to earlier about your comments about us missing out on key DBs and why we brought Rump in. Boy, we didn't have no corners coach. And the idea from the fandom's perspective of getting Tyshawn Campbell and Sertan, you got to remember when those kids was growing up, we wanted the youth.
No.
So obviously those kids didn't have their eyes at the youth. So it was like our fandom was like, oh, we got the coach, but that's still not enough. Those kids already had their mind 3-4 years already locked in other schools. Yeah. I mean, the loyalty was to him. That's why they took those trips. But all along, they weren't trying to go there. And then the same reason why Rump wasn't too cool with Golden, and people didn't realize that. So he wasn't going to send his kids over there. So by the time he got there, it was already them kids already had they're already looking at it. Plus, their 10-old man know what time it is. So he wasn't going to let his son go. And so everybody talking about that he flat out flopped. Nah, he didn't flop. Them kids already had their minds elsewhere. Now, the thing is, it'll be a flop if he didn't produce with what he had. Because, I mean, look at it. We brought in Adrian Colbert. Look what Adrian Colbert doing now. You got D. Delaney, who didn't get drafted, but D. Delaney is just he's on with the Dolphins now. So let's see what happens with the rest of these boys. I mean, we seen what he did with
Michael
who was that 31 that we had that went to Tampa Bay. What's old boy name? Corn.
Michael
Corn.
Jackson too.
Yep. And now we got Michael Jackson.
You got Jackson. So I mean, Rump ain't flopped as far as a coach, man. He's doing his big thing.
No, he's developing.
He's getting his selling point.
He's developing talent.
Yeah.
He's way better than what we had before.
Oh yeah. Then,
what was the dude before? Paul Williams? Oh, that guy was trash.
Oh, what?
Paul
Williams
was
trash.
And y'all forget about
and then I heard about the linebacker core. I mean, linebacker core, Sam Brooks going to start out at outside. They might use a little bit of package him at the end. Jordan, like I had wrote in there, Jordan moved in the fall to the end. He's not moving back to linebacker. So y'all can forget about that Jordan moving back. And then the backup for Shaq is already BJ Jennings. Jennings is going to be his backup. That's why Jennings redshirted this year. Wilder redshirted.
What's up with Steve? What's up with Steve?
Steve redshirted the year before, so he's on the way back. Well, apparently he had a hamstring injury, which was kind of slow. He kind of tore it. They slow played him until Chad got hurt the year before, and they kind of slow played him. People want to put it on Gus, but it goes higher than Gus. It gets higher than that. It's more inside that they're not really paying attention to. And that's the problem that we're dealing with some of these injuries. They misdiagnose, they slow playing these diagnoses, which is unfortunate.
Like a mom.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about he having a neck injury. First, you talking about his knee. Then next thing you know, come out to be a neck. Like, the diagnosis that they're doing. I mean, I'm having an issue with that myself.
No, but Joyner, if you watch that Wisconsin game, he was getting reps out on middle linebacker behind Shaq though.
Who, Jordan?
Yeah.
Well, he was a third. Well, because they didn't want to burn Jennings' red shirt. So
but they burned his.
Whose?
They burned Joyner's red shirt. If Joyner didn't play in the Wisconsin game, he was a red shirt.
Joyner. Remember, Joyner just came in. He didn't even play 4 games. Joyner's coming in.
He played 5 games. They burned his red shirt.
Jordan's a red shirt freshman, bro. He's gonna be a red shirt freshman this season.
They burned it, and
There's a whole article on it. Look it up. Look it up. I promise you. I promise you.
Oh.
They burned it in a Wisconsin game. If he didn't play, they would have kept it.
Hey, Pedro.
Yo.
What's up with this O-line, man? Do you think we need some more depth here, or you think we're good?
All right. O-line, where do we begin? I mean, I've heard situations with Braun. I think I've heard that he's supposed to be talking to him. I don't know if anything materialized with that. At guard, we're going to be fine at guard. I'm not worried about the tackle. The thing is with tackle is if we find a right tackle, then everything is subject to change. Because if we find a right tackle, let's say Campbell produces or George Brown, then you move Scaife to left guard, and you have Scaife at left guard, Navon at right guard, Gainer at center, and then I don't know why people already pegging Kennedy. Let's see what Kennedy, because I don't think
I agree.
I don't know how people pegging Kennedy, but hey, Kennedy was Rick and Cyril's boy. So you still got George Brown. You still got
listen.
Herbert. You still have Hillary that you got to.
You got Herbert too.
Kennedy could have went to Oklahoma.
He could have won a lot of places.
Yeah, but just because Oklahoma wanted him doesn't mean he's going to start there.
Same thing with him. That don't mean he's going to start here either.
We got it.
There's Herbert too. Kylie on Herbert. He can start out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kylie. So that's what I'm saying. If we find another guard, everything's subject to change with that tackle position. And still,
what do you think? What do you think about moving Navon to left guard? And if you had Kennedy, if he plays well, that would solidify the blind side to any of our right-handed quarterbacks. What do you think of that?
No, I hear what you're saying. They're not gonna move Navon. I talk to Navon every week. That's like my stepson. So he ain't going anywhere. He's staying right there on the right side.
That bitch.
Mothers and faggots. They're back again.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Jesus.
So Navon gonna stay on the right side.
Conference locked.
The thing is, he'll be
there.
The right side's your run side though, so I could see why they keep Navon there.
Yeah, he's been playing there since his freshman year. Why move him? They're not going. I don't see this new coach playing musical chairs like silly Cyril.
He's gonna put them in their best position to play where they're the best at.
Oh, Peter, what are you hearing about this new coach, Butch Berry?
From all accounts, I've already, like I said, I speak with Navon every week. So from what I'm gathering, they love him. They love him what this guy's bringing. He's really, showing them a whole lot of different techniques from what I'm already gathering that Cyril's don't have or wasn't showing them. So it's very positive from what I'm gathering. They went ahead and instilled, Manny Diaz went ahead and instilled these teams. There's like 12 teams. And these guys are supposed to be held accountable by each other, and they had to draft these players like the NFL. Mm-hmm. So they, hold each other accountable. They lift together, they hang out. Because what Coach Manny Diaz was trying to do was break up all these internal cliques that they were having. Because last season we had a lot of internal fighting within the program. It was ridiculous, all the fights that I was hearing about that didn't make it. The biggest one that did hit was the weekend of when we played Virginia Tech. Now, that one leaked out. They were getting in. It would literally get in. So, and they had. That's why one of the main reasons why Diaz let go of that whole.
That's one of the reasons why Cage left.
Yeah, well, Cage just started writing on the wall. He was gonna get passed up by Hightower or D. Wiggins. That was coming.
Not even that. That was just getting serious arguments. Like I know people too. Like I know Scaife and Pope on that roster too. Like I talk.
Oh yeah, Scaife. They coming, but when you got a guy like Cage who was dropping passes and he was pretty much protected by Dugans, and he saw it coming. He had to get up out of there. I saw that coming real quick. And the D tackles, I mean, these 3 D tackles that we get, man, I'm looking nice. I want to see what Jordan Miller do after having the rest of the year.
Huge.
I mean, people want to pencil in Nestor, but I mean, I look at it like this: you got Bethel, who was a returner, plus you got this grad transfer, Jizgozi, coming in. He might come in and just say, because of veteran presence, he might jump over Nestor. Not to say that Nestor ain't got that dog in him, because Nestor do got the dog, but
I think
you got to run that. You got to run it.
That could be a nice rotation. That could be a really nice rotation, though.
They're going to have a nice 4-man rotation with Nestor, Pat, Chigozie, and
Miller.
Maybe, probably Miller.
Or Ford.
Miller probably will get some. No, that's who it is.
If we got a guy like
Miller.
Yeah, if we got a guy like Nesta sitting at the back end of that, that's great quality.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see Nesta 4 coming off the bench together, or 4 and Chigozie coming off the bench together. Either one. I mean, the D tackles, they're gonna be stacked. They nice over there.
So let me ask you a question, buddy. Pedro, who do you think's the quarterback next year?
Crapshoot. I mean, who I want to see, opposed to. I mean, okay, put it like this here. It's all going to ride on to see what the NCAA says about Martell. Martell, I think that Martell has more of a leadership presence. He has more of a command. I mean, the dude he got his head together. I mean, people, as far as talent-wise, you can't knock Nkosi's talent. Now, what he brings to the table is, does he got it all together? That's subject. I mean, the dude, I don't know, man. Everybody knows this dude like to do his thing. We ain't talking about Southern Florida, but you know what I'm saying. But I mean, Jared Williams, uber athletic, probably the most accurate out of all of them. I mean, Martell is another Drew Brees clone. I mean, the dude is only 5'11", so I mean, can he see over the line? Are they going to provide space for him? That's the big question for a 5'11" quarterback. I mean, he has
Kyler Murray's 5'9.5", and he saw over the line, and he won the Heisman.
I don't like Williams because he almost quit.
Now I tell you this. Now, is Oklahoma line Miami line? No. So I mean, that debunks that argument right there.
Yeah.
I don't Oklahoma's got a hell of a system.
So Pedro, who do you like at running back besides Dallas?
Hey, everybody is all on Lorenzo Lingard due to his.
You
speed.
better say Cam Davis because you down here. You better say it.
I mean, it ain't even about better say. I've seen the kid play. And Cam Davis, I seen this dude here, and I see some of who that was, two-way for us, Clinton Porter. I see some Clinton Porter in him. I see some CP in him. Lingard, long speed problem with Lingard was learning how to pass protect. That was his whole thing. And now you have to realize another thing with Lingard. Lingard is coming back from the ACL. They're going to slow play him. Don't think that they're going to jump him in that fire right away. I don't see it happen.
He's lifting weights now. He's not running yet. That I know for
anybody can. I mean, if you lift the weights, I mean, that's not hard. I tell you this. I'm gonna give you this. Yes, I'm a surgical technician. So I do sports medicine surgery. I do rotator cuffs. I do ACL. You do an ACL and you're on your feet within 24 hours. Right. The thing a lot of people don't realize that when you come back from the ACL, it's not so much the injury, it's your quadriceps that you have to go through, because your quadriceps is being in a stable position. So that's what, so they got to get your quadriceps right first. Then they go, and a lot of times when they go in and do your ACL, you put the graft in, and the graft usually takes it locks in about like 6 to 8 months. Then they usually, even before that time, about 6 to 8 months is when you probably almost pretty much full go. They're not going to rush that. And he's only going to be, 3-4 months out. Now it's going to be spring and April. He's not going to be full go. So, I don't suspect him to come back to the beginning of the season when they should let him come back. Now, the thing is how he bounced back. I mean, the dude was supposed to be a beast, but again, the ACL is a tricky thing. He could come back from it, but at what percentage? And do they want to rush it? They don't need to rush it because they got Cam, who will probably platoon with DJ,
Dallas.
and people keep forgetting that you got who I call Mr. Band-Aid, Robert Burns still left. People
Oh my God!
Yep.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I keep forgetting on Robert Burns, and I keep telling people like, yo,
Very talented.
keep sleeping on Robert Burns because you can use Robert Burns because you're not gonna get Oscar Martin this year unless they grant him a waiver. So you still got Burns there. I'm actually right outside. Oh, I grew up in Miami Lakes.
I'm
in Miramar. But see, going back to the corners, who I see starting that corner this year, you're gonna have Bandy on one side, Ivy on the other side. You can lock that down. And when they go to when they go to a true nickel, you're gonna have Blades on the outside. You're gonna slide Bandy down. When they go to dime, they're gonna bring. When they go to dime, they're gonna have Carter. You're gonna have Hall, and you're gonna have Bubba Bolden. They're gonna be the three safeties rolling back there with Blades. So, I mean, Frierson. Truth of the matter is,
he's gonna have to transition to safety.
He should have. Well, this is the thing. They asked him to move to safety during the season. He decided he didn't want to go. So he's pulling Darryl Langham when they told Langham to go to tight end at the end of his junior year. He was like, "Nah, I don't want to go." Because if Langham would have went, that was the end of his sophomore year because it would have been Langham and Chris Herndon at the tight end. He didn't want to go.
Yeah.
So he wanted to stay at receiver. So Langham
but Frierson's got to stay for this year at least, because you're thin.
I mean, the thing is with Frierson, he kind of shot himself in the foot, like I said, because if he would have went in what he's supposed to, which would have been last year, he would have had a further shot because now you're bringing in Keontae Smith in, who's going to get some burn because he didn't move. Keontae Smith going to be that fourth safety because Robert Knowles ain't playing. I'm sorry. He need to go sit down.
Yeah, right.
He's not. He had number 20 like Ed Reed, but that dude is not Ed Reed. So
no,
you gonna run. You gonna run your two safeties with Carter and Bolden gonna start. People want to see Hall because Hall been there.
Carter's good. Carter's good at safety.
No, it's not Carter.
Bolden's got some great upside.
It's going to be Carter and Bolden. So I meant to say my fault. People want to put Hall and Carter to start. But I don't see how Hall's going to beat out Bolden.
The only thing with Hall, though, is he has more experience in the system than Bolden. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I give him the advantage.
Hey,
that's true.
Hey, guys, I had to look something up because they were in the comment section blasting Pedro saying that Joyner was a sophomore. He is a redshirt freshman.
A redshirt freshman. I said that.
Yeah.
He's a redshirt
He played the Savannah State game. He played the FIU game, the Pitt game, and the Pinstripe Bowl. 4 games he played. He is a redshirt freshman. Have him as a redshirt.
I love that new rule. I love that new rule where we can play those 4 games.
I talk, like I said, man, I'm down there all the time. I talk to these
everybody in the comment section that were dogging Pedro. He was correct, man.
That's not bad. I could have sworn State of the U put something up about that.
It's State of the U. Don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Man, you can't believe everything you read. You can't believe everything you read, brother. I mean, a lot of times these publications, they be way in left field with some of the stuff they report. That's why I go to the source. I mean, I have direct contact with the players down there.
A lot of it clickbait. Come click.
Yeah,
95% of it's opinions. It's not facts. It's just opinions.
So Pedro.
Not with that. I thought it was a fact.
Pedro, I want to ask Pedro a question.
Go ahead.
When Thomas Brown was talking about there were cancers in the locker room, who was he referring to? And did we get rid of them?
Cancers on the program? Right, appreciate it. No, there ain't no cancers.
Talking about John Rick.
That was a whole bunch of frustration talk. That's what that was all about. I'm gonna tell you that now. That was frustration, and another thing too. Well, I mean, a little bit could have been a little bit could have been directed to Perry. I could see that. A little bit could have been directed to Jeff, because the thing is, you know, you get these kids who come, pretty much all of them, they come from the spread offense. These kids are all about wilding out, give me the ball. Now, these guys come to Miami, and you tell them, okay, we're going to let you guys play in 1993 FSU offense with Charlie Ward and Ward Dutch. Something's like, yo, hold up, man. I ain't signed up for this. I'm not about that, man. This is what you want me to do. Fullback? What's a fullback? And that's another thing. I don't know what they're going to do with Willis George. Willis George better go and play linebacker what he did in high school. Or learn how to be an H-back. Or learn how to be or no, he's going to be a fullback. Or, I mean, he learned how to play linebacker. He played linebacker in high school. Or H-back. But the H-back role is going to probably be more for Michael Irvin. Irvin and Hodges going to be the H-back.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought that Irvin was going to transfer, but his old man wanted.
Where would he go? Where was he going to go?
He said, not here. Probably could have went back to. He could have went back to Texas. So that's where he was from anyway.
So Pedro, if you were to combine the transfer portal and the freshmen, what kind of grade would you give this recruiting class? You know, A, B, C, D, or F. Combine them both, assuming we get the kid from UCLA and we get the kid Hill from Vatech.
Okay. We get Hill. Remember, getting Hill is not going to play right away. Hill will have to sit out a year. Phillips could come in and play now. So with
I think
graduating.
Opposite.
Hill
graduating.
Yeah, I think you got him opposite.
Yeah, I got him opposite. Okay.
Opposite.
Right. So, yeah, Hill could come in. Phillips will have to sit down. So with the transfer portal, I mean, let's go line for line. We bring in Kennedy. We lost Hayden Mahoney. Check for Butler. I mean, yeah, we got Butler. We got Butler for Mahoney. Upgrade. We got KJ, and we lost
Cager.
Yeah, we lost Cager, but we also lost Amon. So Amon got replaced by Peyton. So that's a check right there. As far as the defensive line, we lost Chad. We lost
Willis.
We lost.
Willis.
Okay, Willis. We picked up 3 D tackles. Not to say that they can combine to be him, but hey, that's more depth right there. We got 3 D tackles. You have you lost Chad, Tito. But you got Garvin there, you got Rousseau, you got Paxton. So I mean that's
we lost Tito too, yeah.
Yeah, we lost Tito. I mean, all in all, with what we have, I would say we're no more than, I would give us a B, honestly. I don't say nothing less than a B. I can't give us an A yet.
Hey, we lost
Tito.
I
say B.
Hey, we lost Tito.
I probably say we're a B.
We lost Tito.
Yeah, we lost Tito.
But we picked up the kid from UCLA.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you swapped out Nigerian for Nigerian. That was a straight up Nigerian swap. So
is he gonna play the 3 tackle?
Is he gonna play what tackle?
3 technique.
Is he gonna play the 3 technique? Yeah.
Yeah, honestly we're gonna run 3 techniques both. We're gonna run double 3s. They both gonna play.
Yeah.
That's a good part. I don't think we're really trying to go into that one technique. I mean, we have maybe
you got Miller and Ford.
One true one technique, and Miller, he's probably the only one technique we actually have.
No, you got John Ford. John Ford's the one technique.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I keep forgetting about JT. Yeah, Ford. Yeah, that's another. I mean, the way that we set it now, I mean, it looks real good for the future. I mean, it really looks good. I mean, I would say like a B minus. You know, we could have
gotten more players.
I wanted to see a true tackle, you know, and
somebody
that I could say, okay, you know what, you would give us, we're a year out or 2 years out with the tackle. But I don't see that yet.
We know we got a hell of a coach though that can take these guys to a new level. That's one thing we got.
Yeah, Manny is not having it, man. And one thing I say, man, honestly, you know, I'm glad that Rick is out of the building. You know what I mean? Great guy. I met him many times. Great guy, but as far as football, he should have
lost that fire.
He left at the right time. You know, what he left behind, he left us in a beautiful position with Manny coming in and taking over and keeping the defense, solidify the defense, bringing in, you know, Baker. You know, everybody got, some people were like, damn, how he's going to bring in somebody else? And you have Banda and Packy. Well, Banda and Packy, I think that they
never called plays.
And that was for the defensive guys that they had on board. All those defensive guys were all on board with those guys. So that was just a save. You know, he did the right thing by bringing in Blake. Blake, who knows the system from being with him at Louisiana Tech. Perfect move. You know, Rump, I just wish that honestly they give Rump a little bit more leeway, not as far as recruiting, but as far as making offers. See, he can recruit.
That's what I agree.
He's always the secondary guy. He's not the primary guy for these DBs, which to me is kind of strange. He should have been the primary and let Banda close by Banda being a senior guy. But even then, you know, Rump have enough cachet in South Florida with all these coaches and these players that he doesn't need an assistant.
True.
And the same thing as running back with Hickson. You know, Hickson from South Florida, so he's going to lock some of these top-notch running backs.
All right.
Field.
All right, Peter, last question for you in the comment section. It says, what's good with Realist George?
What's good with him?
Yeah, what's good with him? What can we expect here?
I mean, you talk about somebody who's, 6'2 and a half, 245, who runs like Eric Dickerson too high, he get knocked on his ass by Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he better lower that. He better lower it. But I mean, honestly, I think they're gonna use him as a short yardage down. You know, third and 1, third and 2. Let him do a little bit of what Chalk did.
Goal line, maybe.
Like Wills like Chalk. What happened?
Maybe put him on the goal line. You know, if we want to pound it in or something.
Yeah. He's gonna be our short yardage guy. Definitely, I can see that. I definitely see that happening. You know, but I can also see him being an H-back too.
Yeah. I like him, man. I think Realist George has a place on this team. It just depends on, you know, how we decide to use him. But if we use him right, he's got the talent to get the job done.
I mean, you could say that pretty much about any of the skill guys. It takes a hell of an offensive coordinator to look at his personnel and work with. I mean, that's one thing I like about this guy here. You know, he's coming in and he said, hey, I'm not going to be just running the spread. I'm not going to be just running the West Coast. I'm going to be running everything. So, you know, that's going to cause a lot of confusion for a lot of teams because it's going to be hard to schematically break us down. We're going to have too many things going on. I mean, when he said that we bring it in motion, I almost had a heart attack. I'm like, oh, shit. Motion? We know what motion looks like at Miami. That shit is funny to me.
It's going to be funny. It's going to be weird.
He's gonna actually use the athletes we have. We're actually gonna have our guys do what they do best finally.
Oh yeah, that's the part that I'm excited to see.
Yeah, we got to use our athletes. True. I've always been hearing that Enos is the type of guy that can tailor make an offense to almost each individual player. He's got it like that. He knows the game inside and out like that.
Yeah. I mean, I've looked a little bit. I looked a little bit at his film work and just to see what he was able to do with
Arkansas.
With I'm saying, but what he was able to do with Tua and Jalen Hurts for the time that he had him. I mean, sheesh. The dude know what he's doing.
Impressive.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
What about the wide receiver coach, Stubblefield? What do you know about him?
Stubblefield, I mean, the dude has a long track record of being everywhere for 1 year.
Yep.
But I mean, as far as, you know, him being NCAA leading receiver at Purdue, I mean, the guy must know something about being a receiver. That's what that.
He's very good at teaching the technical stuff. I saw his product at Utah when he was playing University of Washington, and those guys, he didn't have a lot of hardcore athletes to work with, but those guys were fundamentally sound. We already got the athletes, so if he can get them fundamentally sound, we could have something good.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, I mean, look what we have at receiver. All the receivers that we had at least had a year or 2 or 3 with dudes. I mean,
you think Noodles is going to have a breakout year?
Now, that's what I was getting ready to get to that. Noodles just needed to learn how to come off that line. I think he finally got it. So I think Noodles should be fine. Other than that, his skill set is going to translate. If he could block, hey, more power for him.
Yep.
That's the only thing that was missing from his game. And if he gets that, it's a wrap. I mean, only somebody you have to really worry about who's going to need to grow is Peyton. That's the only guy who really needs to grow. Peyton just got there.
From what I understood, it was an issue with Pope running routes. He just wasn't really overly crisp at that yet, but I imagine that's improving already.
Oh, Pope was more so downfield blocking. That was the thing that they had to get Pope to do. He was more downfield blocking.
One thing our guys, I mean, Dugans knew how to get our wide receivers to block. I'll give them that. They might have not caught passes all the time, but the guys could block.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, but we need to catch balls. We need to make plays.
Yeah, straight up.
Well,
I'll take a little less blocking from those guys to catch some more balls.
I mean, the thing is, well, you will catch a ball if somebody could throw it to you, honestly, and that was part of the problem.
Yeah, it helps.
Who dropped the most balls? Cage is gone.
Too many drop passes.
Tighten up a little bit. Harley and Hightower just got to tighten up a little bit. Wiggins was wide open all season. You couldn't give him the ball.
Yep. Wiggins can get open. I like his short, quick burst. He was open all season. They just couldn't give him the ball. Do you think that Wiggins could turn out to be a possession type receiver for us?
Yeah, he's definitely that because he's not your burner. You know.
Yeah.
Hightower is more of your burner.
Get Hightower and Pope on the outside and let Wiggins work over the middle or something.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. Now, I'm gonna shock you now.
Go ahead.
Watch out for Evidence and Joker. People sleeping on him now.
You think so?
Yeah, that's a big body target right there.
Shit, you talk about somebody who's 6'5", 6'6", who can run about a 4.3, 4.4. Sleep on him.
His older brother, he was speaking really highly of him.
Oh yeah. And we kind of slow played on baby boy Charles. I hear Charles going to somewhere in California. Now he would have been nice, and from what all I've read and seen, Charles is the most athletic one out of all three of them.
Yeah, he's going to UCLA.
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought UCLA. I think he was in California.
He's really raw, but he's a year or two away in college from the right coach to be in a force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this 2020 class is full of receivers. I mean, this receiving core is deep.
Oh yeah.
Especially in South Florida.
Great receivers. Especially they're local. They're right there for us to get.
Our main thing is for 2021, man. Honestly, we need to load up on some linebackers because when we lose the triplets, we're gonna be in a world of trouble.
We need to get some depth established.
Linebackers gonna be that was a good thing why they redshirted all those guys that didn't have to bring them on because I mean the triplet's gone. All you have is Bradley Jennings. You got Wilder, who they want to play as striker. I don't know. And then you have
you got Sam Brooks.
And then you have Sam Brooks, who's gonna have to learn how to play linebacker.
And Joyner.
He has to learn how.
Got Steed.
Yeah.
But Sam, you got to remember now. Sam was a sack artist. He just came off the line. We don't run a 3-4.
Do you think that we could move Brooks around a little bit though and disguise him on blitzes?
See, now Sam Brooks reminds me. I'm gonna take away back some of you guys. Y'all remember Willie Williams out of Carroll City?
Yes, Willie Williams.
Oh man, that's a name, bro. That's a name right there.
That's who he reminds me of, Willie Williams.
Willie Williams had amazing upside. That dude had everything going for him.
Yep, that's what you see with Sam Brooks. Somebody that's just gonna come off the line. Now he's gonna have to learn how to tailor his game to be somewhat like a Pickett. That's what they're gonna want to develop him as.
Man, Willie Williams though, man, that's a name, dude. That's a name drop right there for old school King fans.
He was #1 recruit in the nation.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so excited about that guy.
That's who Willie Williams remind me of.
Man, if he can play like Williams and keep his head together, that's a star in the making, man.
Now you know who Sam Brooks' uncle is, right?
No, huh?
Nate Brooks.
Nate Brooks.
Nate the
Brooks.
Great.
Oh.
Nate the Great.
Okay.
Yep.
Good bloodline.
Yeah, good bloodline. And watch out for 20. I'm gonna give it right to you now. 2023, I think, or 24. Earl Little Jr. gonna be coming through.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, Earl Little. He's Earl Little Jr. right now is at he started this year in the slot as a true freshman at American Heritage.
Where's his dad coaching?
Oh, he's starting as a true freshman at AH?
Is his dad coaching there?
Yeah. His dad is at FIU.
Oh, okay. You got pulled up.
Okay.
Man, Butch.
Yeah, his dad.
Butch got all the former Canes
he's
on
over there.
staff.
He got Kennard Lane. He has Kennard. He has Kennard Lane with him.
Kenny Kelly.
He has Earl. Yeah, Kelly's over there.
What was the name of that kid you said was starting at American Heritage as a freshman?
Earl Little.
Earl Little Jr. was in the slot. Earl Little in the slot.
Where's Bernard Clark coaching at? Wasn't he up at Buffalo?
He's up in college. He's up there at he's up there in your part of the neck of the woods, up there in New York.
Buffalo, right?
No, not Buffalo. It's a Division 1 AA school. Not Stony Brook. Oh, I forgot. Oh man, I know
he was one of my favorites.
He's up there in your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was down here recruiting this kid about 4 years ago. He was down here recruiting a kid from here.
Tiger.
But yeah, it's gonna be
love the Tiger.
So what school did you go to? Northwestern?
No, I went to ILA Miami Lakes.
Okay.
Yeah, we had two guys that came out of there. We had one named Ben West. He went to Miami the same year. It was Ben West, James Sutton, and Nate Webster all came out the same year. And then a few years after that, we had Rohan Davey, who went to LSU. That quarterback. And then Rohan ended up going to the Patriots.
Yeah, Rohan, he was
big arm.
That's when they had.
And then I had another buddy named John Dale. I had John Dale Carter, who had played for the Atlanta Falcons. He went to him and Adrian Pearson. They went to Utah State. John did like 7 years for the Falcons.
Vic, your phone kills me, man. I'm telling you, your phone line's tapped, man.
Stop it.
It's always
got the feds listening.
Well, fellas, it was a good time rapping with you, man. I just got you this.
All right, Pedro. Thanks for calling, man.
But I just, no doubt, I just back with y'all boys, man.
Yep.
So have some
Thanks
fun
for the info, man.
And pound some pudding tonight. Pound some pudding tonight, buddy.
Pound some pudding.
All right, man. Later.
Man, wow.
That's some good info right there.
Yeah, Peter always brings some
he's
good
a good
info
source.
in there. He always does. See? Vic?
Yeah. 1 second. I'm going to put my headset on. Relax.
You know, we had a comment in the last show. Someone said it sounded like, what did they say? Every once in a while, it sounds like two rats fucking in a cage. Someone put in there.
Got two raccoons in a garbage can trying to fuck.
God. I swear, his phone. What do you got? Fucking
the feds tapped him.
AT&T, T-Mobile,
Cricket Wireless.
Oh, he's the head coach at Robert Morris University.
Robert Morris.
Bernard Tiger Clark.
Man. Well, we've been on here about 2 hours, and I think it's been a good show. About to wrap this thing up. Vic, you got your closing statement or what?
Well, it was a good show tonight. As always, keep yourself safe. Put some joy into your life and to others that surround you. Never, ever forget to kiss somebody that you love. Peace out, baby.